Joined at the Carolina Tennis Center by head coach Kevin Epley, where the Gamecocks are getting ready to resume SEC play this week at Mississippi State and Ole Miss. Kind of an unusual situation this year, just with the schedule, getting to take a break in the middle of SEC play like that. So I wanted to ask you about just what the team was able to focus on during last week, having that break in the action, and what you guys were able to utilize with that extra time.
Well, we've been really diving into some of our old drills that kind of toughen you up mentally and emotionally. Something I feel like we've needed some work on this year. We typically do this type of stuff in the fall. We just didn't really have a traditional fall, so it's a good time for us to dive into that stuff. And so we have drills called the Punisher and the ball machine drills, and a drill called the Gauntlet that we've been running, and it's been good. The girls have been working really hard. It seems like we're playing well. And we also got a chance to watch the men's team play. A lot of high-energy tennis out there, and I think they really enjoyed being out there and supporting the guys. A real competitive match against North Carolina. So, to be honest, it was good for us to take a step back and really get into some training.
Was there anybody you saw sort of maybe make some strides or anything during that week, just from maybe a confidence standpoint? I mean, obviously you went into that break riding a nice little two-match win streak, beating Arkansas and Missouri, and certainly there were some players on the team that were needing, a pretty kind of a boost in confidence just with the way things have kind of gone this year. Is there anybody you saw that sort of was able to use that and carry that into practice and look like they're really ready to go now?
Yeah, I think Emma is playing better and working hard. We have a bunch of individuals as well. So been a lot of hours on the court. Anna, Gabby, and Elise have been doing a lot of ball machine work. That's been helping out a lot. I feel like basically it's benefited everybody. I mean, I feel like everybody is playing a little bit better. Yesterday we ran the Gauntlet, as they call it, and everyone was playing very high level tennis. So we're going to have to get going with our doubles a little bit tomorrow, getting ready for the match the day after tomorrow. I feel like if we can feel good about our doubles going into to Thursday, that we should be in pretty good shape.
Well, this is the last regular season road trip for South Carolina this year. Like I mentioned earlier, playing at Mississippi State and Ole Miss. These are two teams that are always tough year in and year out, but South Carolina has had a pretty good amount of success in the last several years against these teams, but a lot of close matches. What do you think has been sort of the difference in those matches and South Carolina being able to come out on top in most of them?
Well, it's always tough going down to Mississippi to play, and Mississippi State in particular is just a tough venue to play at. I mean, it has a different vibe to it. The fans sit right on top of you. The energy is very, very intense. The coaches are intense, so it definitely it tests your mettle for sure. So even in years that we were ranked really high, top 10, top 5, even getting out in those scenarios where you're playing Mississippi State and Ole Miss, it's you're going to be a war. It's going to be a 4-3 match or something close to that either way.
And looking ahead just to Ole Miss, that's another venue it seems like is sort of unique just in terms of the court layout, and it's not 6 courts just all straight in a row like this where you can sort of easily jump from one court to another. It's sort of sectioned off, I guess, in a way where, and it can almost, it's being there before, it seems like it's kind of hard to even know what's going on some of those courts that it seems like they're almost a mile away or something. So what are just some of the challenges of that venue as well, and how do you navigate those things?
Yeah, it's an interesting scenario with the 2 court banks. So it's just kind of interesting. That's all. I mean, we can kind of locate ourselves on 2 particular courts, get an assistant on 2 courts, and you do have a scoreboard that's kind of overseeing the entire site, so you kind of know what's going on. If you need to scoot over to another part of the venue, that's fine. It works out okay. It's a little bit easier to navigate Ole Miss than Kentucky, which is 4 courts separated completely from 2. You just feel like you're kind of in a dungeon if you're on the 2. But definitely unique. But it's a really pretty venue, real nice venue, and it has a good vibe to it. So we always enjoy going there.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck this weekend, and we will check in with you after those matches.
Thank you very much.